Hello everyone, Blue Star Saber once again here to discuss another One Piece chapter review with chapter 1019, which I believe is titled Hela Hela Trap Top. Hela Trap Top? So I don't know, I don't know, it's a reference to like Triceratops with helicopters or something, but yeah. Before I get into the episode, I'm going to talk about the Double Colored Pledge spread, which is supposed to celebrate the 24th anniversary of One Piece, in which we have the Straw Hats riding on those whale shark things that Jinbei had doing summon Imperial down. Let's see, in which you see Nami and Robin relaxing in their swimsuits with Frankie behind them, enjoying the ride, and Chopper just being petted by Nami. Now let's see, Luffy and Usopp and Brock being riding on Jinbei, with Sora eating and Sanji jumping towards Robin and Nami because of course he would, given what they're wearing. So yeah, it's a nice fun little cover thing. But yeah, 24 years of One Piece, blimey. Anyway, the chapter begins with a Queen trying to attack Sanji with a laser coming out from his claw from his head ponytail thing, with him commenting about how Frankie would love to get his hands on this sort of technology as the explosion happens. Meanwhile, Sora is complaining about the Minx doctors for trying to not injecting the drug, the medicine to help him out. Granted, he's telling them to take the bandages off before injecting with them, but they decide to do it with the bandages. So I was panicking about if they're sure that they know what they're doing. So yeah, anyway, we see outside the Sea of Wano with the Law's pirates trying to wake up Luffy, wondering what they should do, and to wake him up. Wondering if only the captain was here, tracked him or give him CPR, something like that. But Luffy wakes up and ends up shouting "Meat!" Of course he would. Much to the Heart Pirates' confusion. Anyway, back in Onigashima, you have Saki's armor division. Who have eaten the smile have eaten the Tama's devil. Dangos have turned side and have taken out all the other remaining pirates in the area. With one of them end up saying that leave these guys to us while Frankie takes on Sasaki. Frankie finds it amusing how these guys were serving Sasaki earlier, but he's not complaining. Let's see. But because he gets to fight Sasaki one-on-one without anyone interfering. However, Sasaki is not happy with the fact that even though they're under the effects of the enemy, doesn't mean that he won't treat this as treason. Finally, seems like he's with them commenting on each other how they seem they're much the other. Frankie and Sasaki saying that the other's stronger than they thought. So Sasaki ends up transforming into his hybrid form, which is quite cool, I will admit. With him declaring that after he's done with Frankie, he'll slaughter all the traitors on the performance floor. So he turns his sword into this sort of drill-like sword thing. Frankie's not allowing Sasaki to harm their now new allies and all that stuff. So yeah. With the armored division now wanting to try and help out Frankie. However, Sasaki starts spinning his the sort of color thing with the Triceratops, and it's starting to fly like a helicopter. Frankie making a shocked expression about, is this how dinosaurs work, kind of thing? With the armed division realizing what technique he's doing, telling Frankie to watch out. However, Sasaki tells them that they should be worrying about themselves first, and ends up using this attack called Helicoptertops spinning with the slicing swords. Wissy taking out, let's see, the armored division. Let's see, so yeah, they're all taken out with Frankie shocked that they's done. Let's see what has happened to them. Anyway, he now starts to attack Frankie with his drilling, spinning sword kind of thing. When Frankie intercepts with his. Though Frankie manages to dodge, but is commenting about how I wasn't expecting an air battle. With Sakushi saying this is what a Triceratops does. Let's see, though, Frankie had no ideas that that this Prepare can go to like extreme speeds, though. I'm pretty certain the Triceratops cannot turn cannot turn themselves into propellers. Anyway. Sasaki ends up about to spin again, with Frankie preparing to block it. However, he goes in reverse. Apparently, that he just rotated the propeller the wrong way and went in reverse by accident. However, Saki, blushing in embarrassment, says runaway space acquired. Though Frankie points out that he's clearly lying to save face. Anyway, though Sasaki says Frankie to shut up as he just needed more room to speed up, as he then speeds forward and uses a move called Brucella Triceratops. Ends up causing a massive dent in Frankie's arm. With Frankie comment, he's going to set off his shoulder launch rocket, and you see it explodes. And he kind of cuts through, with Frankie ends up using a move called General Slowflex to grab him and then slam him down like a wrestling kind of thing. With Frankie trying to take advantage of the wound from the stomach and tries to stab him with it with the V for Victory slash. However, Sasaki is able to fly again. Frankie commenting he's not really that good at sword fighting as they start to clash a bit. However, Frankie's sword is broken. So Frankie then resorts to his last resort as he's being chased by Sasaki using another attack again. Frankie ever intercepts with a Ganon cannon portable version and uses the general cannon to fly him up. However, Sasaki's not done yet. Let's see, however, Sasaki says not to underestimate the Topi-Roppo and ends up flying straight towards him. Even though he's taking them both down using a move called Magma Center Pass. And he comes crashing down, really denting Frankie's thing. However, he ejects from the suit, locks on to a Sasaki, and ends up using the Frankie Radical Beam to shoot him directly in the chest. And it looks like Sasaki is knocked unconscious. However, it remains unclear, but this does seem to be the finishing blow of the thing. And the chapter, we go outside with Yamato and Kaido fighting, with Yamato recognizes his strength, but Yamato saying that, let's see, Kaido's not acting very much father-like with those words. Now it's revealed that, let's see, that Kaido worked hard to acquire that devil fruit, but never intended for Yamato to eat it. However, it's revealed that Yamato is hungry and didn't know what happened, so now she can't, sail out to sea without, swimming anymore. Though she has tried to kill, Kaido more times than she killed. And the more, and despite the fact that every time she's been beaten down by Kaido, she's only become stronger. Says that the cuffs weren't the only thing that keeping her from the island. In that if she doesn't fight for the sake of this country, she cannot call herself Owen, as we see her hybrid form of her devil fruit, which appears to be some sort of mythical beast kind of thing. Doesn't really look like a tiger, but yeah. Overall, that's the chapter. For the most part, it is, with the exception of the last 2 pages and the first few pages, it was mostly a Frankie versus Sakushi fight. So, first off, I've always said my thoughts on the color pages, and I quite liked it. So there's that. But But yeah, I do quite like the fact that Queen's ponytail can shoot out laser beams, with Sanjay commenting that, ooh, Frankie will love this. Let's see. So yeah, so who knows? It's possible that Sanchi might try to take a bit of like Queen's tech afterwards to give to Frankie. I do like how would you get a comedic moment with Sora if he's not sure about the Minx doctors injecting him with the way of doing it, since he asked the bandages to be taken off first. But there we go. I do like how, let's see, when Luffy finally awakes from consciousness, the first thing he said, which is totally in character for him, is to demand meat, because he's hungry. That's always the first thing once he's unconscious. Makes me wonder how if you ever get crossover stuff with series and you get like people trying to recover him, like say Sakura and Naruto, or Mimosa from Black Clover. They'll try to heal him, and then when he wakes up, he demands meat from them. So it's like that. Anyway, I do like. Anyway, getting to like the Frankie versus Sasuke fight, I do like how Frankie is just completely chilled with like the armored division who is fighting earlier with Sasaki, has now switched side and seems to fully accept them, even though he doesn't understand what's going on. However, I do like how Sasaki is like, to show just how serious he takes treachery within the Beast Pirates. Is like, even if they're being controlled, he still counts what they're doing as treason, and he's going to take care of them. The same with all like the lead performers on the thing that have double crossed him. He's going after them as well. So it's like he wants to tell like treachery. However, Frankie being such a nakama, so it's like now that these guys are his allies, he will not let Sasuke harm them. But yeah, it does seem like the armor division has taken out all the small users and remaining beast parts around the area. So it's now just Frankie and the armored division lot against Sasaki. But anyway, we see him transform to his Triceratops form, to like the hybrid form, in which it seems to be a muscular. This sort of like muscular. Very big Triceratops thing. I think Sasaki's a fisherman, right? But yeah. But anyway, yeah, we can see the wound from like an earlier bit of the fight is still there, and and I do like how he seems to turn his sword into a drill, though it might be a few chapters away. Because Frankie seems to comment that not this thing again. Though I can't remember. It seems to have a very short-term memory because I don't remember the sword being used last time. But yeah. I do find in typical Oda fashion, he gives Frankie the silly fights and all that stuff with like that Chapapa from CP9, the sip dude with the guy with the sip mouth, Senior Pink, who was like this macho man who wore like baby clothes and could swim in the water and use diaper attacks, swim in the ground and could use diaper attacks. But here, let's see, Sasaki can turn like can create the propellers from like with his Triceratops head and all that stuff. So yeah, let's see, and he using like the spin attacks with like the plus the sword to take out the armored division. So let's see. So we got a few small users taken down that are on the Straw Hat side. Though how many of them are, I'm not sure. I can at least count 3 from here, like the beetle with the 4 arms. Let's see, this dude with like hedgehog spikes in the back, and this lady with like crab claws or scorpion claws from the looks of it. They've been taken down at least, and maybe this other dude, I can't tell what is what. I do like how Frankie shows concern despite the fact that he was fighting them earlier and all that stuff. So yeah, they're all taking out. So it's back to just Frankie versus him. And you do get a bit of a sword clash with them, though Frankie's sword eventually breaks, which I'm down with, though Frankie comments about his own lack of sword skill, so who knows. I wonder if that means Frankie will come to Zoro or Brock for some advice on how to do the sword thing. I do like how Sasaki ends up propelling back a bit, and in a comedic way, he's just trying to brush it off with like he planned this, and clearly it was a mistake on his part, and Frankie can tell because of the blushing. And he ends, but either way, uses up the movement of speed to like cause a serious dent in Frankie's rope. I've forgotten what it's called. It's like a battle suit and all that stuff, but like iron general kind of thing. So yeah, though Frankie does use the sumo stance and tries to use the general cannon from the suit to do some blows to Sasaki. However, he's not taking it, and he further does damage the thing that he even damages the shoulder pad. Eventually, Frankie has to eject and use the radical beam to, what I assume is to beat Sasaki off. Now, one hand, Sasaki doesn't seem to be getting 2 chapters like a Who's Who did, which is establishing Who's Who's backstory of being a CP9 agent and all that stuff. But then again, we have seen bits and pieces of the fight throughout the chapter. I mean, we did see Sasaki charge at Frankie back a few chapters back before Nami and Usopp arrived to take control of the armored division or send them dangos. But yeah. So overall, if this is the end of the fight, I definitely say it's pretty I'd say it's pretty satisfying because for Frankie's one, because well, we don't really know Sasaki personally and all that stuff. Besides, he used to be a pirate captain, maybe a fisherman one. I'm not sure. But but we get like another comedic fight. Though I think Sasaki was still quite intimidating, given the fact that he's a Triceratops and his hybrid form was pretty good with the muscular thing. He's got a drilling sword, and even though he's a bit ridiculous, such as a propeller helicopter thing, kind of thing with like the thing around the Triceratops heads and all that stuff that you see in most media. I do like how he's silly enough that he ends up, accidentally going in reverse and tries to brush it off that he planned it, which Frankie doesn't buy. So there. Overall, so yeah. Hopefully after this fight, Frankie will finally get the much needed bounty increase that he so wants. Whether or not he'll be higher than Usopp remains to be seen. But yeah, it seems like, we now have 4 Toppiropo defeated, 1 defected, and only Black Maria against Nico Robin, which from what I've seen the spoilers, that's the next fight. So yeah, though we have not got quite a full-on confirmation that Who's Who and Sasaki are beaten. I assume they are. But anyway, for the final bit of the chapter, we finally get to see Yamamoto's hybrid form in her fight against Kaido, and from what we can tell, it's not the White Tiger, which people were hoping for. It seems to be a Quillen or Kirin, a mythological hoofed creature from Chinese mythology that's said to appear in the arrival of passing of sage or illustrious rulers, which might imply Luffy and Momonosuke, who are have come to reclaim Wano from Kaido and all that stuff. So they're some sort of dog hoof dragon-like creature or something, from what I can tell. Let's see, though. Sorry if I am being a bit insensitive about what this mythical creature is. But yeah, but either way, it looks kind of cool. But yeah, particularly with the way how it matches with Yamato's horns to make antlers. We sort of got these pointed ears, teeth like a dog. So I assume some sort of mythical zoning fruit and all that stuff. And her hair looks a bit more like Carrots does when she goes Sulon form. But interesting here, we learned of this fruit that Kaido never intended Yamato to eat this fruit, given how much it's required for them to get this devil fruit. However, we learned that Yamato was hungry, so she ended up eating it out of desperation. Something that she ends up having similar with Luffy with wanting to eat fruit. Intending to get the abilities, but yeah. It seems like she's been beaten. She's tried to challenge Yamato countless times. We already know this bit. Of course, no, despite every time she got knocked down, she got stronger. But granted, it seems Yamato does recognize the strength Yamato has, but she doesn't seem to care. As this Kaido's not being a proper father and all that stuff, but yeah. But besides the shackles, she's saying that the only other reason she stayed is the fact that this country is still occupied by Kanto and all that stuff, and it needs to be free. Otherwise, she can't call herself, let's see, Odin. I've just kind of noticed, so she's still on that bit. I just kind of noticed how thin one of Yamato's legs looks in the panel for like the dragon claw, for the foot and all that stuff, but oh well, but yeah. Overall, this was a fun chapter showing Luffy coming back from consciousness, Sanji fighting Queen and taking an interest in like laser things for Frankie. So be it conveniently being recovered, let's see injected with the needle to like let's see for the medicine that he needs to get back in the fight. Let's see, seeing the hybrid form of Yamato's devil fruit, and from what I can tell from the spoilers, we'll get the identity of it next week. Let's see, in this weekend and all that stuff. And let's see, all the fun stuff with Frankie, with like having a silly fight, but also a very powerful opponent. And he ended up using, and it looks like he's won the fight. But so overall, I give this episode an 8.5 out of 10. It was a fun Frankie fight chapter. Let's see, Frankie's always fun to watch when you get to see him fight. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the chapter in the morning and all that stuff. Well, that's the unofficial scanlations, really, but always check out the official scanlations afterwards, and if possible, buy the volumes when they come out. Let's see, but yeah, so let's see. I'll wait for like the official scanlations to like review the next chapter. But yeah, overall, I'm Blue Star Saber, signing off. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.